So J.R. Martinez is an American actor, author, and retired U.S. Army soldier. In March of 2003, he was deployed in Iraq. In April, he sustained severe burns to over 34% of his body when his Humvee hit a roadside bomb. He is the author of the New York Times bestseller, Full of Heart, My Story of Survival, Strength, and Spirit. JR serves as a spokesperson for Operation Finally Home. He began his acting career on the Emmy Award-winning daytime drama, All My Children. Many remember him as the season's 13th champion of Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing the Rumba, J.R. Martinez and his partner Karina Smirnoff.
If you're reading this halfway around the world, I won't be there to see the birth of our little girl. I hope she looks like you. I hope she fights like me and stands up for the innocent.
Who wants to see more, or should we keep moving on?
I'm laying down my gun. I'm hanging up my boots. Tell Dad I don't regret that I followed in his shoes.
Just waking up in the morning and to be well. Quite honest with you, I ain't really sleep well. You ever feel like your train of thought's been derailed? That's when you press on, lean in. Half the population just waiting to see me fail. Yeah, right, you better off trying to freeze hell. Some of us do it for the females, and others do it for the retail. But I do it for the kids, life through the tower in on. Every time you fall, it's only making your chin strong. And I'll be in your corner like Nick, baby, till the end of when you hear a song from that big lady. Until the referee rings the bell, until both your eyes start to swell, until the crowd goes home. What we gonna do, y'all?
Give him hell, turn the heads. Gonna live life till we're dead. Give me scars, give me pain. Then they'll say of me, say of me, say of me. There goes the fighter. There goes the fighter. Here comes the fighter. That's what they say of me, say of me, say of me. This one's a fighter. Till the referee rings a bell, till both your eyes start to swell, till the crowd goes on. What we gonna do, kid?
They always say, never look back, never look back. And I disagree with that. I think you should pause at some point in time in your life and look back just to remind yourself of how far you've come. Whether my mom likes to, or whether I like to realize it or not, I think I get that indirectly. I mean, she never necessarily sat down and gave me that lecture or that speech. There was body of work, of actions that she showed me that you never quit, you never give up. I joined as an infantryman. Infantry, for a lot of you that don't know, it's front lines, it's combat, you're trained to fight. It's one of the most dangerous fields in the military. It's not the, but it's definitely one of the. And I joined in that field because it's my personality. If I'm going to do something, I go all out. There's no 30, there's 0 or 60. That's the way I live my life. It's pretty extreme. You know, I feel every day now, you turn on the news or whatever form, whatever source that you get your news from, every day when you tune in, there's something that is going on either in your community, in your state, in our country, in the world. But I'm 19 years old, and what I was told of how you prepare and how you survive war is you rely on your battle buddies. You rely on the man or the woman, depending on your field, that's standing to your right and to your left. You rely on each other's training, and you simply rely on each other. That's what it comes down to, just each other. What happened was the front left tire of the Humvee that I was driving ran over a roadside bomb. The other 3 soldiers were immediately thrown out of the vehicle, but I was trapped inside. Completely conscious, 19 years old, screaming and yelling for someone to please come and pull me out. And between every scream, between every yell, it was a gasp for air. I had a lacerated liver. I had broken ribs. 5 minutes I was trapped inside of the Humvee, completely conscious. And for 5 minutes, I lost hope in the guys that my eyes would get heavy and I would start to close them because I would feel weak. And as you start to, right before they would close, in my mind, I would think to myself, I can't quit. I can't give up. And there would just kind of be this shock that would just happen. And I would just open my eyes and just thinking, if I just open my eyes, I'll hang on a little bit longer, giving someone a chance to come and save me. And the sun was out, and it was a hot day, and the pain that I was feeling, the heat that I was feeling on my face, I correlated it with the sun. And so I started thinking to myself, if I just put my hands over my face, I'll block the sun. And so I would go to put my hands over my face, thinking I'm going to protect my face from this sun that's obviously creating this pain. And my sergeant came in and knocked my hands down. And then he put my head in his lap, and he started to rock me as if I was a baby. And the whole time he's saying to me, you're going to be okay, baby boy. You're going to be fine. I opened my eyes, and I can kind of see a little bit to my right, and I saw my mother standing there, and I saw to the left the man that was talking to me wearing a white lab coat. And he says to me, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to sit you up. When we sit you up, we're going to pull the tube out. We need you to cough. We need you to cough as much as you can. Get all that stuff that's been sitting there for the last few weeks. We need you to cough. And do you understand? And I kind of nodded my head a little bit, and he sat me up, and then I sat up, and I remember scanning the room and seeing a bunch of men and women all wearing green scrubs. He laid me back down, and he started to ask me the question, do you know where you are? No. You're in San Antonio, Texas. You're at Brooke Army Medical Center, which is now it's called San Antonio Military Medical Center. Do you know what happened to you? Kind of. Okay, well, this is what happened to you. He says, I know you're tired. I'm going to come in tomorrow and talk to you about the plan that we have for you. Be positive. Every night when I go to bed, before I go to bed, find something positive in the day. Try to have a good attitude. That's all it was. It was that simple. A very uncomfortable place. As I stated earlier, no one ever wants to find themselves in a hospital, let alone one day, let alone almost 3 years. No one. That's not a comfort zone. That's not home. That's not... And the very early on in the process, for me, I didn't want to be there as well. Who does? I remember pausing one moment and calling my friend, and I said to him, is it bizarre that as I'm sitting here thinking about those 3 years, that place, those people, is it bizarre that I miss it? That I kind of would like to be there again? He says, no, it's not bizarre. He said, because what that means, that's a credit that speaks to the staff that took care of you. In that time, I found purpose. I found purpose again in what I started doing. I started visiting patients every single day that were starting on this journey, the recovery journey. And I would just go into the rooms, and I was essentially a walking, talking manual to this recovery process. Here I was. I moved to New York City within a month of finding out that I was going to be starting. Started working with no acting experience, and it was intimidating. Every day was intimidating, but I knew I had something, and I brought something to the table. My willingness to learn every single day and to grow, and to make this the best damn 3 months. Also, my willingness to have a good attitude every single day. And because I did that, what was supposed to be 3 months turned into 3 years of me being on the show. Never stop listening. Constantly find ways to listen, because there's a lot of growth that is still left in all of us. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be here with all of you. Thank you.